last home game, Brynn. What are the emotions for you knowing what you guys have done to revive this program?
Yeah, it's been really bittersweet. I mean, it sucks that it's the last game, probably the last game I would play here, but at the same time, I'm just so proud of this team and all that we've been able to accomplish, so it's definitely bittersweet.
And when you came here, it wasn't a big sell for Illinois women's basketball. Like, did you think it would ever, during your time here, get to the level where you're competing for a double bye and going to a tournament for the second time in 3 years?
Yeah, I think we definitely had a chance. I mean, Coach Green, I always knew she was an amazing coach, and the success that she had at Dayton, I definitely thought I was going to transfer over to here. So it's been amazing to see it transfer so quickly. But yeah, I think that was definitely something that was in the back of my mind for sure.
What does it mean to do this with the same group? I mean, it's not very common in college basketball. So what's it to have those familiar faces through all of this?
I mean, it's amazing. We just built such a great chemistry and bond, and I'm just so happy that it kind of worked out that way, that everyone was able to stay. And yeah, it's just been amazing to be able to grow that over a couple of years instead of just over a season.
I guess just what's allowed maybe this group to come together like you have through some injuries and you know, thrive and play your best basketball despite a 5, 6, 7 player rotation like you played this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just goes to our chemistry and like the just the time that we spent together and time building those bonds together, and I think that it transfers even off the court. And I feel like even with some players down, we've always just had like next person up mentality. I think we really embraced that and kind of gone with the challenges a little bit.
Was there a moment maybe in the last 3 months where it was kind of like, okay, we can really win at a high level and we can compete at a high level this season with what we have?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a specific moment, but even sometimes in practice, I'm like, there's a couple of times that we're like scrimmaging and something, I'm like, this team has so much potential, and I think we're kind of just showcasing that more and more as the games progress on.
Janet talked about the Minnesota game, kind of a tough one, and Kendall said something in the locker room, and that was kind of a moment, it felt like. What do you remember from that? And then you guys obviously went on this run here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty intense moment. I mean, that was a hard loss just because it was kind of for them kind of come from behind, and we kind of lost the wheels kind of fell off a little bit. But I feel like that kind of propelled us in a way, even though we don't want to lose. But if you're going to lose, you better learn from it. And I think that's definitely something that we did, was learn from that loss and got a lot better from it.
Did you know on the way home, like, this could be a point, or like a turning point type thing, or did that kind of become clear in the coming days after you've been back in practice or getting shots like?
I think it became more clear in the days after. I think I was kind of interested to see how our team was going to respond, and I feel like we responded really well, and that showed in practice and it showed in the next game as well. So yeah, I was really happy about that.
Speaking of learning moments, you were on the 8-game winning streak, then you went to the West Coast, played 2 top 5 teams. What did you bring out of that?
Yeah, I mean, those were really tough games and really great teams. And I think that the biggest thing I got is that we can compete with those teams, and with a couple of mistakes that we made, I think that we'd be in a better position to win those games. But I think those are all just learning experiences and stuff that we'll take into the next games.
What was the value of rest for you guys coming back and getting a few days to get away a little bit?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, we have so much recovery stuff here, and being away for so long, you kind of start to miss it. And I think that's definitely something the starters and the people who played a lot definitely utilized.
What can that do for you guys going into now postseason stretch, to have a late bye week and a chance to kind of physically regroup a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Staying here is just great just because we have all the stuff that we're used to practicing here and all that stuff. So having this bye week has been really amazing, especially after a hard week that we had last week. So.
I think back to that first NCAA tournament run, like your nose was broken, I think, and Kendall's leg was given out. Like, how different is it now for you guys that you've had this time to rest and you're not as beaten up going into the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. The end of the season is always a grind, but it's nice that most people are feeling pretty healthy and injury-free, so that's really nice, knock on wood. But yeah, I think just any rest I can get at this point in the season is so valuable, so I think we're definitely utilizing that.
What does it mean to you to be the group that turned this program? Like, those don't come around very often in an ideal world, so to be part of that, like, what's that mean to you?
I mean, I'm just so proud of like this group, and we've overcame a lot of adversity together, and I feel like I won't really realize it until after it's done. But yeah, I'm just so proud of like this whole team and from where we started to where we are now. I feel like we've grown so much as people and as players, so I'm just really proud of that aspect.